Hey there, Hillary.
Hi, Sunny. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm very well. Today is Monday, July 7th. If you're listening, it is on or after Wednesday, July 8th, 2025. This is season 7, episode 26.
And you're listening to Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts with the Garden Tarts.
Welcome.
Hillary, you've got a brand new, even more exciting setup.
I do. It's not entirely finished yet, but you see little Bono?
Yeah. I had to find mine. He fell somewhere.
Yeah.
I was worried the dog got him, but
Oh,
he's
no.
okay. He got stuck back up.
He's still in stock. You could get another one.
Yeah,
Um,
I
yeah,
have another one.
I do too, actually. This picture, which you can't see entirely, my bubby painted that for me. It's the Joshua tree.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And Amanda gave that to me, I think from a big birthday years ago, and I'm not positive where this came from,
I know.
but
Last
who
time we recorded, you were like, "Didn't you give it to me?" And I'm like, "I don't think so."
whoever gave it to me, thank you so much. It's just beautiful.
I just love it so much that I figured if I gave it to you, I would also have a version of it.
Yeah. And this is a um digital photo frame, and it's all loaded with all kinds of cool pictures that I took mostly, and nothing that belongs to anybody else. And but you can't see it because it's daylight.
It's
But now
daylight.
we'll record at night and you'll be able to see it, and that'll
Okay.
be all.
We'll look forward to that next week.
Yeah.
I have an iced coffee beverage today.
I have water. I should have gotten coffee.
It's tired in here.
It's so tired in here. I wanted to before we recorded, I wanted to take a nap, and I set an alarm, and then, like, I didn't fall asleep until I had 10 minutes left, and then I'm like,
Oh,
"Damn it."
I hate that. I
Yeah.
hate that. Hey, so you said it's the 7th. The 5th was the 32nd anniversary of Zeropa's release.
Happy
So
birthday,
I broke
Zero.
out my Zeropa shirt. It used to be a t-shirt. I did shirt jury on it. Shirt surgery.
I love it.
Shirt jury. So happy anniversary, Zeropa.
Happy anniversary. You're old. Remember when that
32.
remember when that was just the new album?
We just talked about it when we were talking about the radio and Numb coming out.
Yeah.
And I was by myself at the tennis club recording and rewinding and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, so we didn't record last week because you were on holiday.
I was on holiday.
Briefly tell us about that.
Well, we went out to the great state of Colorado to look at some colleges for our oldest and visit with family. It's nice. We're in the Midwest. My sister and her family are way on the West Coast, so we decided to meet in the middle and had a lovely time in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Sounded like it was great.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
really hope my kid goes to school there because I want to visit there all the time. I was looking up like property evaluation.
I have a friend that has a rental somewhere in
Uh,
Colorado.
and there are all these cute little towns, and I'm like, what's their political demographic? Even though Colorado itself is very Democrat, it's
Yeah.
very blue. It's hard to know about the little towns.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wanna visit if she goes.
Okay, we'll go.
Yeah, that would be
And I
all.
realize I've never been to, well, I've been to Red Rocks once, but I'd never been to a show, traveled to a show in Denver before.
Oh, no, me neither. I've never the way that I count if I've been to a state is whether I've stayed the night there,
Right.
and I've never stayed the night in Colorado. I've only been in the airport.
I've spent a lot of time in Colorado, like camping and traveling, but never like a show. We years ago we saw we saw Imagine Dragons. It's like my grandma. The the U2s um at Red Rocks, which was great. We already happened to be traveling out there and we got lucky that a band we like was there. We did go to Red Rocks this trip, driving from we had an hour and a half drive west of Denver where we were meeting family. So we stopped with my parents at Red Rocks and we had lunch
Very
in their
nice.
cafe, which was nice. Widespread Panic was playing there that night. So all
Oh,
the hippies were the deadheads were lined up with their big ass tents and coolers and for their GA line.
yeah,
It was hot.
I'm sure. So, last weekend I went to my neighborhood Pride Festival, and I was so very, very proud. This neighborhood actually turned 107 today.
Oh wow.
Today is their anniversary, this little neighborhood. So they're kind of, it's very historical, and you don't think of this area as that area as being very progressive, but oh my gosh, they went all out on this festival. They had like 2 streets, and then it went for blocks. We went to, there's a little comedy club in the neighborhood, and we went to a drag show there, which was the most fun. I've been to others before, but this was just so much fun, so perfect.
I love
Um,
it.
all of the queens were just so beautiful and so kind, and it was just very heartfelt. I got emotional, but it was really,
Aw.
so I don't know if I was crying or not because I was super dehydrated. And we were at
You
the
did
bar.
text us and say that you would be crying if you had
Yeah,
any liquid left in your
I
body.
I absolutely would have cried if I had any tears.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so anyway, it was really great, and we had, our I don't live in a little podunk town either, so, like, this sounds like a podunk kind of thing, but we our mayor was there and the police chief, and it was just, nice to see the city,
yeah,
come out and, come together. It was so impressive.
that's
Um,
awesome.
just the heat was ridiculous.
Oh, I'm
We did
sure.
have a nice little rainbow hand fan, though.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. Anyway, that's all I've been up to.
That's great. We have not, or I have not had any chance to do any pride stuff up here in Northeast Ohio. Our big, huge downtown parade and festival was way earlier in June.
Mhm.
And it not only snuck up on me, but also I just couldn't make it anyway. Turns out I couldn't make it anyway.
Yeah.
But I know there's been smaller stuff, but just with the traveling and stuff, I haven't been able to do it. I did. So on the 4th of July at work, it was like, wear your red, white, and blue. And I showed up in all black.
For you.
And then someone else was at a gym, and one of our members was there, and she was wearing all black. This is the outfit she always wears. It's always a version of this outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, she's there every day, always black. And she's like, I see you also chose to wear black today. I did. I
Yeah.
see that your black is particularly a choice today. Like, I was like, I didn't know you were dressed any differently.
Yeah. Oh,
That said, she loves a tutu for like a spirit day or something. I did later that day, and here's where the pride comes in. Later that day, my husband and I went for a walk, and I put on a t-shirt I have that's the Texas flag. It's like red. I forget if it's I think it's blue on top, white in the middle, red. Did you see
oh,
Bono fall?
no.
Bye, buddy.
Oh, poor little Bono.
Poor little Bono. I think he was worried about my Texas shirt. Well,
Yeah.
like Texas's slogan is "Don't mess with Texas."
Yeah.
It says "Don't mess with trans kids."
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I learned about it. Beto O'Rourke was wearing it during his campaign, however long ago, and whatever local retailer was selling it.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So
Well, that's not the first time Bono's taken a fall.
no, I
He's
saved him, but look at he's got all this sticky stuff.
Oh, no. I don't know how my little guy's staying up there because he's not on anything, and it's not really a big frame, but
Yeah, this is so thin. It's honestly it's not just the Bono Funkos, their heads are just top heavy.
Yeah.
It's not just because it's his head.
I have a little one of the queen that's up here, and she never stays up, but she's staying up here too.
Hmm.
Like that she's got, like, little teeny queen size feet, and
Oh,
she cannot stand
I've
up.
got some Funkos in little heels that don't like to stay up.
Yeah,
I had this one Funko, I'll try to remember to bring it downstairs sometime, but this I know you've seen it, but there's a photo of Bono that someone took, like, leaning towards us from the stage in Dublin, and my husband sent it to someone who does customized Funkos, and it's Bono, like, leaning towards us,
yeah.
and, it's really clever, but because it's leaning, it is always falling down, and it came with a stand that has, like, 2 little pokers in it, but I
Mhm.
lost that, and now he's always falling down. It's okay, I pick him up again. He's like Chumbawamba.
Oh, no, I knew that was coming. I felt it. I felt the vibe.
I desensitized myself to that song.
I haven't been able to do that.
I can listen to it now neutrally or in a way that does not make my skin want to crawl
No,
off of me.
it doesn't work like that for me. Okay,
Anyway,
so, Friday, Oasis started their reunion tour in, Cardiff, and, I have been, like, devouring those videos. Like, that's all I've been doing is
yeah,
look at Oasis videos. I'm just it's really awesome that I'm just happy, and I'm, like, actually ache that I'm not going to any of these shows.
yeah,
Physically hurts me. But their set list is great. The song that I would have told them to start with, they started with, which was "Hello," and, there's just the videos are great, but Liam says, from the stage, he asks if the 40,000 pounds each person paid for the ticket was worth it. I've seen, like, exit videos, and people are like, "Yeah, it was worth it."
I saw that headline, and when I first read it, I thought it said, "Was my 40,000 pound ticket worth it?" I was like, "Holy fuck,"
Yeah.
not "Was your."
Well, it's interesting that I saw exit interviews of people leaving the concerts. That's what I am calling it, exit
Yeah,
interview. And, people were saying how much they spent, like, getting from wherever they were from. Someone was from LA, someone
yeah,
was from Amsterdam or something, I don't remember all the places. But they said, like, clearly the guy from LA clearly spent several $1,000s on this trip, and,
yeah.
they asked if it was worth it, and he was like, "Every single penny." So, that's nice to hear that.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I've personally never been at a show that I've paid an arm and a leg for or travel and thought about the money I spent for it.
Oh, no. Yeah,
It's always worth it, but the shows have been good, and I guess
yeah,
this was unreliable.
yeah. Great. What was I saying? Oh, this is another funny thing. So, Richard Ashcroft from The Verve is the opening act, but
Oh, that's
that
cool.
I mean, that's a whole lotta added value for
Yeah,
your ticket there. But there was this guy that was, like, filming Richard Ashcroft on stage, and the lady in front of him did Shazam on her phone to find out what song he was playing, and it was Bittersweet Symphony. Like, she needed to be escorted out. She did not deserve that ticket. I'm sorry. But, like, if you're going to an Oasis concert and you don't know
Bittersweet Symphony.
Bittersweet Symphony, you
Like,
probably
someone
shouldn't.
else deserves that ticket.
That and that aggravated me to, like, you
That
know,
is crazy.
totally crazy.
Of all
But
the songs.
all the songs. Yeah. That's what not only that, but it's friggin the lyric is
It's
Sweet Symphony,
it's so true. Like, if you're like, "Gosh, what's this one called again?"
and it's like, cry. I
Right,
get that makes sense because they only say the word once. You know, if
right.
it's that, but, like, not Bittersweet Symphony. Anyway, that just
No.
made my
Oh,
skin.
that's sad.
Yeah, so I had a conversation with a friend, and there was somebody that posted a thing, a meme saying you can't wear a band's shirt unless you know 5 songs that they play. Like, if you're wearing expect from for someone to stop you and say, "Name 5 songs,"
Right,
and if you can't, you shouldn't wear the shirt. I have no problem with that actually, because if I wear something with a logo on it, I mean it. You know, like, I don't do that often.
right, like, you're committed to that, whatever that is. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, I just made a list of, like, man, I don't know, I just made a list of it got me thinking, like, then what bands do I know, like, that I know 20 songs that they've
oh, okay.
I just I can't sleep, so I just
I can
and
yeah,
so I just started making lists of, like, 20, Police songs, 20 Rolling Stone songs. I think that most of us can do 20 Beatles songs, that's not too hard to do at all.
right.
And then I'm like, I gave myself, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something, and I'm like, "Write down 100 U2 songs." And, I did it with no problem. That was
Damn, you really don't couldn't sleep. But
oh,
yeah, 5
but that
minutes for hundreds of
it's
yeah.
also like a good brain,
Yeah, that's a
you know.
great brain exercise.
Yeah. So, I got 20 Oasis, 20 Police, I could do REM. I mean, there are plenty of bands that I can name
Yeah,
20 songs, but the Police, I don't know why, but when I started, my brain was a little behind or something because I was struggling with that, and I'm like, "I should not be struggling with
yeah, that
20
would
po"
be rough for you, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like I don't know, my brain wasn't working, and I got to the end, and I'm like, "I'm missing one, I need one more," and I just thought about it and thought about it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I forgot Every Breath You Take." Like, I'm fairly certain most people would put that one at that
The top
top
3, easy.
top 3, and I was just like, "I can't believe
Were there a
I"
few that you went to list and you had to think about if it was The Police or Sting?
No, I actually didn't have that problem.
Nice.
Yeah. One of the ones that took me a really, really long time to get like, I didn't put myself on a timer for anything else but you 2. Um, but one of them that took me a really long time to get is, like, one of my favorite songs, and that's Bring on the Night.
Huh,
I just, like, was I just I could not get it. I mean,
yeah.
but it took a lot of, like, you know,
Brain
real
power.
yeah. So anyway, if you're ever, looking for if you're going on a road trip with friends, that's a great game to play.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Next time we're in line.
Yeah. No, I don't know because I don't want anyone else I don't know, I feel like people would correct us, like,
No, we'd have to do it ourselves,
"Oh,
like,
yeah,
set a timer for whatever and just use your phone like, just type in
yeah,
notes, like, who can list or how many can we list, like, individually and then add them up. We wouldn't do it out loud.
yeah, yeah." Um, anyway, that
I
was
already thought about that.
okay. I feel like someone would mansplain us why that song shouldn't be on the list or something or whatever.
Yeah, even though it's our house and we make the rules.
Yeah. Um, okay, so then there have been a lot of different posts of Bono in varying European restaurants. And
I've missed all those.
yeah, there've been a few.
Huh,
But again, like I feel like he's doing everything he can do to not make a new album.
where has he been spotted?
I think Italy and France, which he
Oh,
could be. I mean, he can record anywhere he wants to record. It's his house
right.
and he makes the
This
rules.
is true. Yeah.
But, don't eat out, get taken at the get takeout and at the studio and
Right?
make me an album.
Maybe they have like an hour break.
An hour break and he goes walking down a beach to get wine.
Maybe
Not to you. Get tore down.
DoorDash. I'll have to look around for those. I've really been my well, what I need to do is I need to get on our garden tart social media because my own social media is so skewed towards politics and perimenopause and cats that all the YouTube stuff doesn't exist in the algorithm right now. So,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, that's my life. Perimenopause,
I get it.
politics, and funny animals. I have a friend here who we just constantly send each other funny animal videos on Instagram. First, because we want to share them, but also because we're just trying to keep our algorithms nice and like
It
fun,
yeah.
lighthearted, and cute.
S so, July 13th is the 40th anniversary of Live Aid. You're old. 40.
Wow.
That's nuts because it just doesn't seem that long ago to me. There is a documentary that's gonna be shown on BBC and CNN. It's a four-part series that starts on July 13th.
Cool. I've seen lots of ads for it
Yeah,
on CNN, and Bono's definitely in it.
he's definitely in it. Um, and in honor, I've made the executive decision that next week will be will be dedicated to next week's up will be dedicated to Live Aid and Live Eat and
Great. Net
our
aid?
uh, no,
No. Okay.
just the lives,
Just the lives.
just the lives, and
Cool.
we'll yeah, we'll work on that. We need to do some research and watching, and if you're cool with that, I'm cool with
I'm
it.
totally cool with that. You know what else y'all will get to see on the next episode?
What?
A new tattoo.
Actually, I got a new. I'll show you next week. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't have
July
it. Too.
July 12th is tattoo day for Garntar Amanda and I. No.
I did not do. It's absolutely on random. I don't know what's in there even.
What the fuck?
All kinds of
So,
stuff is
oh my
happening.
god. So if y'all aren't watching, Hillary's um digital um
Right.
frame, a lemon just came up and our tattoos are lemons.
Crazy.
That timing was bananas.
That was ridiculous. I don't. I have no. There's no remote control. I have nothing.
Or I'm
It's
sure you got
oh,
100 things on there or something like
there's
it.
other things. I'm looking at the picture.
Who's that? You and
I think it was Amanda.
there's surrender. I can see little bits.
Yeah. It'll be so much better without the.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was weird.
That was really weird. And
So,
okay, just tell you, I ordered a new mouse pad and it's a lemon and it was supposed to arrive yesterday and it didn't.
oh,
I actually just got a thing saying someone was at my front door, so I imagine it's out there
I
right
hope
now.
that's it. I just got a new phone and I tried to find a fun lemon case, and I didn't like any ones I found.
Yeah.
So, I don't have one.
I love my little this is one of my most favorite combinations, my little it's just bright and cheerful and you can pretend that's a lemon.
That for sure.
It's lemon colored.
I love my new case, but it's holding my phone that is used as the camera. So I cannot show you right now. So, well, cool.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so next week, tune in for Live Aid information, and it would be before the documentary comes out, or we're recording it before the documentary comes out.
Right.
S
No, wait. The documentary comes out on the 13th. That's Sunday. Oh,
yeah, but it won't,
we won't have watched any of it because we'll
yeah,
record on Sunday.
yeah,
Gotcha. I'm like, wait, but this won't be out till Wednesday.
right, but yeah. But I'm not sure if it's the 4 episodes. I can't imagine they're in a row. I think it's weekly.
Oh, I'm sure. My brain wasn't working
No,
properly.
no, no, it's okay.
Because
Um,
even if we could watch the first one on, even if we do watch the first one on Sunday, it's still not all of it.
no, no. So, you might hear exactly what you're gonna hear, I'm sure you will, on the documentary because we have no new insight.
Yeah,
But we're just gonna give you our opinions of my vape.
it's
I
great.
have the DVD of the whole day, except I don't have a DVD player,
Yeah, that sucks.
so I gotta YouTube it.
Yeah, I'll YouTube it too. Okay, well, is that all we got?
I think that's all we got.
Okay.
I'm glad we're doing this. Like, when we take off a week, it seems like I have a blah week,
Yeah,
and
it's forever. And yeah, there weren't any, sorry, y'all, there weren't any social media posts or anything because we were just not, we were on vacation. So, uh, we're back to work. So, Bono.
I know if we can manage to
Oh,
record.
maybe they kicked him out of the studio so they can actually finish the album.
I don't really want the album if he's not the main contributor.
Well, I mean, the technical, maybe, you know what I mean. Maybe they were like, go away. We don't need you right now. We got to do some instrument stuff
Okay.
and you're bothering us.
Yeah, that could be. And you know what? Maybe he is allowed to, maybe he takes weekends off, or maybe he, like,
Maybe it's like, sometimes when like the creative juices just aren't flowing, you got to remove yourself from the situation, shake off the sillies, and
yeah,
then come back. That's a very like child thing. Go shake out the sillies. So maybe he was shaking out the
maybe he was. I don't wanna see that.
sillies. No.
But that's all we have. Thank you for
Okay.
listening, and welcome back, even though you haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Uh, or maybe you have. Where have you gone? Tell us what your summer fun has been.
Right. What's been going on? Um, what's happening next week on the Garden Tarts?
Oh, on the next episode of The Garden Hurts, Bono and Buster take a Pilates class together.
Oh, little flexibility, some core action.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I feel like they have a lot of classes in their future.
Yeah. Well, they got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Well, we will see you next week. Ready for Live Aid.
Yay. Bye. We'll be back next week with more U2ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your YouTube friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2ish podcast with The Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, The Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.